Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. We gotta start a new run after quite the emotional roller coaster of the last one. Mage I've already done, Paladin's on the shit list, so Druid it shall be. Our rare pack to start things off is a good one. We'll go for the Violet Teacher over the Sun Fairy Protector. Druid of the Claw, of course, is awesome, so that's a good start. I'm gonna take the Geomancer here. I find I really have been enjoying spell damage lately. We'll take the Cleric here, although, I mean, the Force Tank Max can be really good. I'm going to take the Cleric. I think there will be other big cards. Okay, we'll grab the Stormwind Knight there. Spiders or Wild Growth? It's a tough call. Spiders are just so annoying, but they often don't actually do that much. They're just annoying. We'll take the Wild Growth here. Maybe speed our way into a Druid of the Claw. Alright, Ironbark Protector or the Cult Master is the question here. Oh gosh, Cult Master can be so good, but we'll take this just to have something big at the end of the curve. Druid of the Fang. Oh man, so Beast, I got this thing as a Beast, even though it doesn't say it's a Beast. Yeah, I'll take the Abusive Sergeant. I don't want to play any Druid of the Fang games. Alright, Spectral Knight wins game, so we're going to grab that for sure. Hey, we got a Legendary! So, we got, Mechgineer Thermaplug, which I think is actually not a very good card, especially not compared to these. Malygos is always solid, though I don't actually have any spells. And then the Beast can be really good. A 9-7 for 6 is certainly nothing to sneeze at, but if you think about it, a Boulder Fist Ogre is a 6-7 for 6. It's often just as good, and it doesn't have a drawback. So I'm going to grab Malygos here, because that thing is just ridiculous. Alright, only one playable card here, so we're going to take it. Ooh, wow, that's a tough call. So we got 2 prime 6-drops. And then, of course, Nourish, which is a card drawer, which I currently don't really have any of, except for the Wild Growth on turn 10. Oh, man, that's tough. I'm going to grab the Commander, though I'm not sure it's the right move. The thing is, I've already got 4 very beefy cards. These are above average for 5 mana, and these are just huge. So I'm okay with beef, I think. I want some more removal, which I'm currently lacking. Okay. So here's another tough choice. The Cult Master I don't think is actually a good fit for this deck. The Violet Teacher does give good synergy for it, but overall the curve is going to be pretty high. Starfire could be nice for some removal and for some card draw. Innervate, it's tempting, but I've already got Wild Growth. I think I need more removal. This deck just has none right now, so it's gotta happen. Alright, Loot Hoarder is the only playable card there. Alright, we have another choice for Innervate, but again, I gotta pass it because I think Claw is too important not to take. I need to survive. In fact, I'm going to take another Claw over this Robo-Cub. Eeeew. Ouch, that sucks. I don't think I can afford to take another Ironbark. This card's bad. We're taking Murloc Raider. I could regret that, of course, but I really just feel as though another Ironbark there would have been too bad. Too expensive. Okay, Recycle or Grove Tender. I've already got a lot of expensive cards. Recycle, though, will deal with anything. I'm just going to take it. Just going to do it. Ouch! What the hell's going on today? God, this is a terrible crap pack. Oh no! What is going on? Oh man, it's just the curse of too much expensive junk. So now I wish I had taken a Cult Master instead of this Ironbark, but that's only because this draft ended up being so ridiculous. Okay, I guess I'm taking Culture. It's another Ironbark! Wow, that's just great. So many Ironbarks. Man, I wish those had all been like... swipes. Can you imagine? I think I've seen like 5 Ironbarks in this draft. Well, it wasn't swipes, so I'm not going to do as well. Savage Roar, terrible removal card, but it's removal. I don't think I want a second of these. We're going to grab this guy. I need something else early on, and the healing could help. Moonfire? This time I don't have any synergy with Moonfire, do I? I don't have any Gadgets and Auctioneers. So am I just super desperate for removal? Yeah, I think I am. I'm really desperate for removal. Alright, another early drop or a 4-drop? God, with all these expensive things, I think I'm fine for the mid-game and end-game. So we're just going to take this to maximize our odds of slowing things down for the opponent. Okay, now here I got to make a choice. Another 5-drop or a solid 3-drop. Okay, what do I really have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that are giant. And then 6, 7, if you count these expensive removal cards, and then 8 if you count the Argent Commander. So there's 8 of the cards in my deck are 7 of the cards in my deck are, no, is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the cards in my deck are endgame stuff, and then Bomb Lobber is a 5-mana removal. So there's 9 cards already in the deck that are that expensive. I think it's got to be the Dancing Swords to slow the opponent's progress. We'll take a 2-drop here over Savage Roar, which I don't think is going to work very well here. What is this Garbanzo Beans stuff going on? Well, I can't take the Undertaker. It's just terrible. I can't take this guy because he's just terrible. I guess we're taking a Frostwolf Warlord, but God, that sucked. Alright. We got, is this really a card? How can a card be this bad? Wow. Well, we'll take Fel Reaver because it's really good, but, ended up with too many big things. Too many big things here. Wish I had taken the Beast instead of Malagos, but on the other hand, how was I supposed to know that the draft was going to be so idiotically bad? So, didn't really get any good 4-drops. I got a fair amount of things early on. Some early removal is present, but Christ, this is going to be rough. I think this deck is bad. Now, I know I just said a deck was bad and then I made it to 8 wins, but I really think this deck is actually bad. But I think it can make it to 3 wins or more. We'll see. Billy Bob the Priest. Alright, well, we got a pretty good opening start for this deck. Do I need both of these 3 drops? I'm actually going to keep them both, and the reason is I'm fine with playing one of them on turn 4, given this deck's lack of good 4 drops. I never saw any Yetis or Senjins. There's a Violet Teacher, but that's about it. I'm okay with playing a subpar 3-drop on turn 4 if I need to. Plus, Priests have a difficult time dealing with 4/4s, so that's okay. Alright, we got the Panda, so we can either throw the Claw out and kill it, or just throw the Ship's Cannon out. What I'm going to choose to do here, and I could actually coin into a 4-drop. Or, sorry, 3-drop. Let's do that. Let's try it this way. The Priest is a really difficult time dealing with this. He pretty much has to have a buff for the Panda. And Goblins versus Gnomes didn't really add any buffs. So, a lot of the buffing cards, Shattered Sun Cleric, Wolf, Raid Leader, Dark Iron Dwarf, those are pretty much still the only game in town here, so to speak. Okay, so now he's giving us some options. I could kill this guy, of course, but then this guy's health gets buffed. I could kill him, of course, but then he's low on health. I could Claw to kill the Panda, and then kill the Dark Cultist, and then also play a Ship's Cannon. Well, that seems really good. So let's just do that. Claw coming in handy here. I'd say that right now. I'm actually in the lead, and then I know that I have ass tons of good stuff to look forward to. Next turn I can only play a 3-drop, but this is pretty big. I can also play a Claw after it, and then I also have the Raid Leader if I need to have this step up. And it looks like I will actually play the Raid Leader here. Okay. Chink. So he gets his card, but I've got the lead on the board, and even with that Dancing Swords, he's still at 6 to my 6. He didn't actually get ahead. Next turn's rough. I want to play the Archmage. Priests have a difficult time dealing with this card as well, but didn't get a 5-drop, didn't get a Spectral Knight, or even a Frostwolf Warlord. So I'll have to content myself with Brute and Shapeshift next turn. Which sucks, because on turn 6 I might actually need to recycle what he plays, rather than playing my own Archmage. Alright, that is a really good card for him. It's just going to kill both of my cards. Malagos. Could have been the Beast, wouldn't have been all that helpful. Alright, do I Shapeshift and hit this engine? I know you don't generally want to hit minions, but I'm actually going to do it. And actually, hold on a minute. I could Claw, and you know what? Why don't we just kill this thing? If I'm going to lose a card anyway, I might as well lose it on my terms. So I went down a card there for that Senjin, but the good news is now I can play the Archmage next turn if he doesn't have a great 6-drop. If he does have a great 6-drop, I can recycle it. If he has a bunch of medium-sized things, I should be able to clean him up, although of course this thing might miss. And okay, if he misses even one beat here, then I can just start overrunning him with huge minions. Aha, so he's going to get to kill my Raid Leader, which is fine. I didn't really care about him at this point. Frostwolf Warlord is a 5/5. This 5/5, actually, no, the Archmage isn't going to die, so I can always play that thing as a 5/5 later. And yeah, I'll try to do the trade. Why not? doesn't happen, but no matter which one I attacked, there was a 50-50 chance of him being hit in the face or his Ogre Brute being traded. Yeah, I wish this were... Actually, if this were the Beast, would I really be happier? I mean, he could Shadow Word Death it. The problem is, since I'm the second player, if I play this, he could actually mind control it. So we'll see, I guess, if I still have Recycle on hand, I wouldn't mind the mind control. Please, coin flip, coin flip. Oh, yes. So both of us flipped the coin. That means that my Ogre Brute's going to live, which is great. Here's the Shredder, which is a really good card, but I think I'm in really good shape here. Alright, so Loot Hoarder's a nice top deck because it lets me make this guy into something very large indeed. Let's see where my Brute goes. Alright, coin doesn't flip, which is good. And I think I'm just going to kill off this guy. His best sequence of cards here would be Shadow Word Death and Holy Nova. That would let him clear my board, if he's also willing to trade in the Piloted Shredder. I'm going to turn away from Malagos, which is unfortunate. I'd love to play him this turn. And then if he has Mind Control, I'm going to have to recycle the Malagos, which sucks. But, gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Alright, he gets this guy, which is just a 2-3 for him. I thought about it, and unfortunately that text really does not help anybody except for hunters. Okay. Well, I'm hoping I can draw something I can play. So Iron Bark would be good, and really anything other than these guys. Alright, he plays a bunch of little junky crap. Dark Iron Dwarf, which is just there. Yeah, I actually got the Iron Bark. Nice. So can I kill him? We got 7, 11, 13. No, can't kill him. So we're going to do this. I think he doesn't have Shadow Word Death, because if he had it, he would have used it. Let's see if I can trade my 4-1 for his 4-4. I cannot. Can I at least kill another? Oh, wow. Wow. So that was 1 in 4 times... That was 1 in 8 odds that would happen, which kind of sucks. I'm going to just hit him in the face, though. So we're threatening lethal here. And letting him do the trading doesn't really matter that much here. Okay, now it matters a little bit more, but he's still got to throw 2 cards at the Iron Bark. And then his other 2 cards don't quite kill the Frostpool Floorlord, so he's got to have some help here to avoid dying still. Because this plus Shapeshift will kill him. Oh, I guess if he heals up, I see, that makes sense. He heals the minion. Well, why didn't you just heal yourself? He would have gone up to 10, and then 7 plus Shapeshift would have only been 8. That was weird. Okay, cool. So anyway, we win. I was probably going to win anyway. He had only 1 card. If that card was not Mind Control, he was going to be toast, because priests cannot deal with Malagos except for with Mind Control, and I could have finished battering down the hatches. Alright, that was a good game. Good start. Again, I think I can make it to 3 with this. And, you know, anything's possible. I guess I could make it to more, but I don't see this deck being that great. Because, again, if I don't get a good draw, the fact that I'm missing Swipe and Starfall means I have no mass removal. 0 zip, none. Zippity doo dah, zippity, nothing. So if I get a slow start and the opponent gets a lead on the board, I pretty much just can't win at the end. Those 3 drops really did some work for me, though, the swords and the ogre. It was good. Although I got some good coin flips, so I guess I can't really pin it on the drops too much. Alright, we got our Gold Char Footman, which I'm pretty happy about. And I'm going to keep that knight, because honestly, I might just not have anything better to do. I could easily, with this deck, draw into something that's way more expensive than that knight. And with a turn 1 play, I could buff this up to be a 2-3 if I use the coin. I mean, I got to just roll with what I got. If he has a turn 1 play, most things would die to Claw. The thing I'm most concerned about would be Zombie Chow, because that would be annoying to deal with. Claw doesn't kill it, and it dies, and it kills the Footman. Zombie Chow would just be the worst right here. Okay, no Zombie Chow. Malagos again. It's a very fun card, but I honestly didn't really get that much to benefit from it. There's a Wrath and a Starfire, and that's it. Shit. Well, fuck. Yeah, we're gonna have to Claw Shapeshift. because buffing this guy doesn't really do me very much good. So it was a win for him there. He got me to use up my coin for a rather underwhelming purpose. Now if he plays a 3-3, even buffing this isn't going to help me, so he's going to win the opening if that happens. Or a 4-4 for that matter. But if he just makes a recruit here, that would be great. Ah, 2-3. Well, I can claw shapeshift again, and I am going to, because that is what removal is for. Alright, Goldshire Footman is ready for some action here. He's going to just keep pounding the opponent. Now, he had a good 2-drop. He had not a good, but an okay 3-drop. Can he miss a beat, maybe, and not play a 4-drop? That would be great. Play a recruit, play a recruit, play a recruit, play a recruit! Why don't you please play a recruit? Okay, this is fine. I'm okay with that. He's going to give a Divine Shield. No, he's going to buff it, so it'll kill off Mr. Footman here. Alright, I got a couple of options here. I could buff the Goldshire Footman and kill the Cleric, or I could just use the Stormwind Knight to kill the Cleric directly. The advantage of buffing the Footman is that then I have a 3-2 versus his 3-2, so they trade. The advantage of killing the Cleric is that I have a 1-2 and a 2-2 in place. The 2-2 will kill this off, but this thing's going to kill the Footman. But then I can shapeshift to kill the Infiltrator if I want to. I think this is actually the right move. It uses up more of my mana, and I achieve basically the same thing, which is a dead Goldshire Footman, except instead of having nothing on the table when this thing kills whatever it was going to kill, I will still have this guy. Alright, that's a pretty good drop for him. So I could shapeshift and kill off the Infiltrator, but the problem is then the Shattered Sun Cleric doesn't quite buff this guy enough to kill the Drake. I could buff this and then shapeshift to kill the Drake, but then that leaves him with an Infiltrator. And then I can play Loot Hoarder to try to trade with the Infiltrator. Or I could clear his board. I could just throw the Knight at the Infiltrator and just play Bomb Lobber. I'm going to do that because let's just be conservative here. This deck's got the endgame. It should be able to beat most Paladin decks on the basis of its endgame. So I'm just going to keep it cool. Does this change what I want to do? I could shapeshift. Kill that. Play the Cleric, buff this, hit him in the face. Play this, just try to overwhelm him. Then a Consecration clears the board. God, I'm just sick of playing into Consecration. So sick of it. Alright, so here we go. He got a card up with that, but then I neutered it with the Bomb Lobber. He's got 5 cards to 5. I'm looking forward to Malygos, which Paladins just cannot deal with at all. Matter Bomb, alright, please do not kill this thing. No, stop it. Eat. Over the head, over the head. That's good. That's good. It's really good. Good job. Some interesting options here. I could Starfire this thing. Or I could buff. I'm going to go ahead and buff the Bomb Lobber, because this actually lets me have more board presence. With Starfire, I just had a 3-2. Now I get a 3-2, a 2-1, and a 2-1. Now you're saying board so you can Consecrate, but this is a different story, because Consecrate will only kill 2 cards. I'll get a card back with the Loot Hoarder, and now that we're in a higher mana cost territory, I don't mind losing a card to slow him down. Anyway, no Consecrate is forthcoming. Just a recruit, and this thingamaboob. And that thingamaboob. Alright. So I got some options here. I could shapeshift plus the 3-2 to kill that. But I could also Starfire this thing. And then run in, get a card. I do want to shapeshift one of these 1 toughness things, but I think it's actually probably wrong. Alright. Let's do this. Kill that off. Kill this off. That. And now a Consecration would sting a bit, because I can't quite play Malygos, but I really don't think he has one. Yeah, he doesn't have one. He's got a Force Tank Max, which Starfire does not answer. Got an interesting choice to make. I can go for the Fell Reaver Gambit, then I'd have to throw everything. No, wait a minute, what am I talking about? I don't have to throw everything. I could still Shapeshift, and then throw these 2 things at that. Then I have an 8-8 in play. I could Shapeshift to hit that thing, then Starfire plus the Shattered Sun Cleric to kill that off. But why not just have a Fell Reaver in play? Yeah, so we'll do this. Shapeshift, take 6 net damage here. And I'm not really that concerned about the Fell Reaver's drawback, as I think I learned from previous arenas both playing with and against the Fell Reaver. It's just, the whole burning the opponent out thing is just unrealistic. So even if he plays all 4 cards, I'm only going to lose 12 cards out of my deck. And this thing is going to kill him super quick. 3 turns or less. And on top of that, I can play Malagos next turn, which makes this deal 10 damage. So it's like a Pyroblast that draws a card. Alright, he's going to go for the Matter Bomber again. This thing will almost certainly die. There it goes. It's going to buff it up so it trades with the Fel Reaver. Logical decision. And he's going to humiliate the Fel Reaver. Wow. Well, humility is a little bit of an inconvenience because I don't have any silence in this deck. Oh, man. Alright. What do we do here? Do we just play the Malagos? I think that would be a mistake. I think what I need to do here is play Raid Leader, actually. So that the Fel Reaver can at least do something useful. And I should really have played Starfire first. We should always draw cards first. Moonfire, there it is. Alright. Well, I don't know. Maybe Fel Reaver is going to make me lose because he plays these 2 cards and I'm out of cards in my deck and I'm going to start going into fatigue. Perhaps I miscalculated with that Fel Reaver. Lost an Ironbark. Alright, well, let's go all in here with Malagos. And, I gotta go for the face. So, Moonfire deals 6 damage. I got, 4, 10, 11, 12. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be real close here. And note, once you're out of cards due to the Fel Reaver, you don't get fatigued. You don't take fatigue damage when the Fel Reaver triggers. So it doesn't matter about that. He's going to get a bunch of cards. He's going to heal up, which is very unfortunate because I need to burn him out. I think I'm actually going to lose this game because of Fel Reaver. Well, I was a little bit too cavalier about it. And now I'm going to pay the ultimate price, which is death. Okay, I don't need to throw Fel Reaver away or anything. I don't care about it now. So, gotta hit him in the face. Hit him in the face. Hit him in the face, and think. Do I want to risk Malagos dying? He needs 2 more damage to kill it off. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cash out this Moonfire while it's here, so that I get the student, and so I guarantee the damage. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. He's got 10 damage. I'm taking 2, so there's 12 damage, down to 9. I don't think he can deal 9 damage with 2 cards. So let's see what the hell happens. Malagos is 4 damage. Shapeshift is 1. If he has any sort of healing, I'm definitely going to lose. He can kill the Violet Teacher, and then it's just a matter of whether the Ogre coin flips or not. There's a 50-50 chance. Does he have any removal as well, or is this Violet Student actually going to stand? Because if the Violet Student stands, then I Shapeshift and I can win. Student plus Malagos plus Shapeshift. So any healing, taunt, or removal will win him the game here. He's got 2 cards. I just hope they're both some kind of vanilla creatures that don't do anything. If they are taunt, life gain, or removal, then I lose. And he can also draw more cards, which it looks like he's going to do.
I am sorry.
Oh, he just top decked into the healing. But I gotta give him props for having this in his deck, and also for playing Cult Master. And of course, he also had a Seal of Light, which is good for him. So yeah, Fel Reaver actually did lose me the game. I did not need to lose that game at all. I did not have to play Fel Reaver there, but I underestimated it. He ended because of it's because of the humility. Yeah. If he hadn't had humility, which is not a very good card, but it was good in that case, then Fel Reaver would have just killed him, obviously, because that Fel Reaver got to attack a couple of times. If it had gotten to hit him for 8 damage instead of 1, I would have won. So, okay, Fel Reaver is bad against humility. I'm actually not going to change my opinion of Fel Reaver because of that game, because humility is something only Paladins have. I think if he hadn't had that, I would have won pretty easily, and I almost won as it was anyway. Well, we're up against Matthew the Mage. So here, we actually have a really good opening hand. Got some good opening hands here. Glad I took this and not Ironbark Protector. As I've said on a numerous variety of occasions, you always want to play your vanilla 2-1 against a mage on turn 1, because if they use the coin to kill it, that's better than if they use the coin to play a 2-drop and you fall behind. And this deck needs to do everything it can to not fall behind. Alright, is she going to coin into a ping? Just gonna play the Stalker. Well, that makes sense, because the Stalker can, of course, kill this as well. Moonfire. Pretty nice synergy with Malagos there, that Moonfire, but, wasn't enough. Oh, that was a frustrating game, but I can't be too upset. It was just, you know, he had a, what's-his-face, humility. Alright, so the Loot Hoarder gave me a card. I'm down a card here. Yeah, well, let's play the Dancing Swords. And do I Moonfire this thing, or do I let Dancing Swords do its job? Really, what better use of Moonfire is there than this? So this means I am down a card, and I'm down another card for Dancing Swords when it dies. But I gotta go for it, because this is a really nice board presence. Now, if he has a Frostbolt or a Flamethrower, I'm obviously in bad shape, but if he doesn't, then I'm okay. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do this so that he can't just ping this off to death. And I'm going to play the Leopard Gnome because, again, if he wants to ping it to go up a card, that's fine. I just need to trust in the heart of the cards here because I'm going to have some good endgame coming up. Okay, he just decides to go for this engine, which is smart. I'm unfortunately, tragically, a turn away from Starfire. So I can throw the Dancing Swords at it. Now, Bomb Lobber gives me another option. I could then keep the swords and throw the Loot Hoarder, or sorry, the Leopard Gnome away. Yeah, let's do that. This accomplishes a couple of things. It lets me hit her for 8 plus the Leopard Gnome is 10 damage, which is a fair amount of damage. This is actually a kind of a big size board to deal with on turn 5. I've got 9 points of burn here. I could actually consider burning her out if she lets me hit her with everything, which she actually does. Wow, okay, let's think about this. 5, 8, 11. Yeah, and in fact I get this guy. Let's just go for it. Bonkety, bonkety, bonkety. And we actually ended up winning a tempo game here, which is odd for this deck. So I've got 5 damage off of Starfire. I'm going to have to play this first, because this can be nullified by Taunt. But I play this guy. Oh, she finds a Frostbolt. Lucky she didn't have that earlier. Very lucky. She gets a card. Slight misplay. Should have gotten the card first. So this guy will deal 4 damage if she doesn't have a Taunt. And then the Starfire will kill her off. Ah, she makes a very smart play here. Now that lets her kill off both of my creatures. This, I think, is actually a mistake. She should have killed that while she had the chance, because this hits her and now she's dead. She would have given herself more chances if she left my guy frozen. Okay, that was a very unusual game for this deck. Don't expect to have these sort of quick victories. But I was the first player with a 1-2-3 curve, and notice, you know, tempo is important. Even though the mage had that hero ability to let her ping off 3 of the cards I played, yeah, the Loot Hoarder, the Leopard Gnome, and the Murloc Raider, I still just barreled through because she didn't have enough mana to deal with what I was playing and play other stuff. Bomb Lobber was very key there. Glad I saw that card in the draft. I almost hesitated taking it because it was already a very expensive deck by the time I got the Bomb Lobber, but seems to be okay so far. Alright, gotta get one more win to satisfy my admittedly not very radical prediction of 3 wins or more. Trying it right here. Another Druid. Oh shoot. Well, other Druids I think are going to be better than me because other Druids are probably going to have things like Swipe and whatnot. This opening hand, not as good as the previous ones, but, well, we get to kill something early, and, okay, we get to kill more. Wow, I'm just having all kinds of really good opening hands, but I gotta give myself some credit for drafting these one mana things to balance out the very expensive deck. Okay, so do you play the Abusive Sergeant on turn 1, sacrificing its Battle Cry? I think so. I think that's the right play, even though the Battle Cry could be useful later. As the old saying goes, a good option now is better than the best option later. And right now, a good option is to put him in an annoying spot where he either has to shapeshift to kill this and go up a card, or throw down a creature, and then let this thing trade. Mad Bomber is definitely the worst of all worlds here. Oh, it's that third barrel. Gets me every goddamn time. Well, yeah, let's just claw that thing to death. So, he's up a card. And it's better than if he had just shapeshifted for him. Because if shapeshift, he's up a card. This way, he got to use a terrible card, Mad Bomber to a good effect, and he got me to use up a claw, which sucks for me a lot. Well, I might be able to go back up a card with Wrath. Robocub chooses to go for the 2-3, which I'm actually pretty happy with. Let's go for the Brute here. Had it been a 3-2, he could have killed this with a shapeshift. And he could have killed this outright, but I guess he's playing around claws. Next turn I can do this and Wrath either for 4 damage or for just 2 damage in a card, which could be useful. I'd love for him to hit the Ogre because I don't actually want to have to take the coin flip. Well, he's making me take the coin flip. It's going to Wild Growth and Shapeshift. Ooh, it's a very slow turn, but he can make a 6-mana play next turn, so it's a bit risky. I really hope this Ogre coin flip goes my way. Well, let's see it. Hut, hike. Oh, it worked. Alright, do I coin into the Druid of the Claw? Or do I save the coin for the Archmage? Well, let's just keep on following our mottos, shall we? A good option now, better than the best option later. So we get a 4/6, which is important because I might need to be responding to a 6-mana play here, which is a bit scary to consider. Hopefully there's no Boulder Fist Ogres coming down. If there are, I'm in trouble. Mech Bearcat, I would also be in trouble, I'd say. There's quite a few things that would be very unfortunate for me here. The good news is if he doesn't have a 6-drop or doesn't have a good one, fuck, I was just talking about that, then he would have been in good shape, but all that's a moot point. All right, so yeah, 4 + 2 will kill it. But let me see if the Ogre can die for a noble cause first. It does. Alright, so I can do Moonfire here, but I think I'd rather... Well, see, if I go Moonfire, I don't get the card, but then I can also play the Farseer. Alright, I think I need to do this so I can get as much board presence as possible. He did get 2 spare parts. And killed 2 of my cards for that. So that was a pretty significant bout of card advantage for him. He's got 7 cards, 5 real ones, 2 spare parts, and I got a board, but he's got a lot of health. This board's not that hard hitting. I'm going to play this, but it's going to have to come down to me top decking an Ironbark or Malagos or even frickin' Big Frostwolf Warlord before this stuff dies in order for me to make it. If he plays something here, like even like a Boulder Fist Ogre, I'm going to just be in huge amounts of trouble. Alright, Wailing Soul is not the most impressive thing. That's for sure, and that's also not the most impressive thing. Well, that's good. No, don't play more stuff! Oh, well, I don't care about that. I was going to hit this thing anyway. Whew, okay, great. That was awesome. So, what do we do here? Got a couple of different options. Recycling this, I think, might be a good for tempo sort of maneuver. If I Wrath and Shapeshift, I can just kill that outright. Kill the Micro Machine and then hit him for 6. I hate Wrathing and not getting a card. If I Wrath this guy and get a card, I can Shapeshift and kill that with the Druid of the Claw. And then everything, this will be at 3 health. It's pretty safe from swipe. I think we gotta do this. So always draw cards first. Always draw cards first. We get a Shattered Sun Cleric, which is awesome. So I'm glad I drew my card first, because now I can just do that. And I'm still very safe from swipe. And Starfall, two creatures get killed, but these 2 live, because the Taunter protects this from Shapeshift. He could clear my board with swipe plus something else, or Starfall plus something else, so there's a risk that I just instantly lose the game here, but it should be a small one. Alright, he silences that, which is good, because I don't care about that too much. And he plays a really weak card. Alright, great. Now we survived the scary part. Now I get to live the dream, which is play a really big drop. Can I kill him? Hang on, 4, 7, 11, no. We get to play a big drop, clear his board without having to spend any mana, and even without losing a creature, in this case. Still very safe from Starfall and Swipe, even more than before. I got it recycled, they'll take care of anything. And I've got 13 damage on the table. Alright, this is good. Now I'm in a huge lead. Let's see what he's got. I mean, he could answer it. Like, he could play Poison Seed Starfall or something, but the odds are in my favor right now. Alright, he heals up. That's okay, though, because I can just kill this thing pretty easily. And that thing's pretty useless right now. Alright, I don't see any reason to get fancy. Let's just play this really good 4-drop that I just top-decked. Kill his stuff, kill his stuff. And hit him in the face a whole lot. Alright, again, he could do Deathwing or Poison Seed Starfall or something wacky, but I am, let's see, am I threatening lethal? 10, 12, 13, I'm threatening lethal. It's gotta have something here. Okay, he's got that, although I still have lethal with Recycle. And the Nourish after the Druid of the Cloud is a pretty weak play. He should have definitely Nourished first. Not that there's much that he probably could have drawn that was better than this, but still, you should always draw cards first. Alright, so we Recycle now. Shapeshift, and that's it. I actually don't need the Shapeshift because he never Shapeshifted himself, so I don't need the extra 1 damage to counteract his 1 armor. Bonkety, 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 boo. Well played. Okay, I gotta admit, those 3 wins were, not that hard, and even that loss I could have maybe won, so is this deck better than I thought it was? I'm gonna boldly say no. I think I've actually just gotten really good opening draws with this deck. I'll give myself some credit for drafting things like Murloc Raider and Moonfire. I think some people would have avoided those cards just because they're bad, and I'm gonna give myself some credit for recognizing that I needed that stuff, given how expensive some of the cards in this deck are. But I still think I had very good draws, all things considered. And that helped. Alright, here's Dak the Paladin. Gotta remember, if I see Fel Reaver, I need to at least consider that Paladins have a uniquely awesome answer to it, which is Humility Effects. Another really good opening hand, Murloc Raider versus Ironbark Protector, has definitely been justified by my performance in this run. Got nothing on turn 1. Alright, so we're going to play the Raider. This, if nothing else, should encourage him to make a Recruit rather than a regular 2-drop. Because why play a 3-2 when this guy will kill it just as well? Ah, Noyatron. Okay. Well, I'm actually pretty happy to see that, because what this allows me to do is actually trade my Raider for something else. Had he made a Recruit, I would have still had to Shapeshift to kill the Recruit. Granted, then I would have kept the 2-1 on the table. So it's like he lost a card to take a creature off the table, which is fine by me. Plays an Ogre Brute, okay. Well, I've got one of those as well. Of course, if you can buff this thing, I'm going to be annoyed, but let's try it, tit for tat here. If he has a good 4-drop, I am going to be in trouble, though. If he trades these and plays a good 4-drop, I'm falling behind. He's got Blessing of Kings. Well, that's a bit of a bitch. Is it going to coin flip? It is. So I get to keep my guy around, but, I mean, it's awkward. What am I supposed to do to kill this? There's really not much I can do. Alrighty. It's time for the Fel Reaver Gambit. My guy doesn't flip, which is good, because I would have just thrown it away for no reason. So his guy can trade with my Fel Reaver. And I'm also going to burn a few cards. But the few cards that I burn shouldn't really matter. The only problem is if he has a Peacekeeper or a Humility again. That would be twice in one run, which is rather unfortunate. Okay, so that's not a Peacekeeper. Good. Again, it doesn't matter what cards you lose, whether they're good or bad, it makes no difference. It's just random chance. Alright. It's a shame to lose some of those good drops, but again, it all balances out. It's gonna kill off that, which is smart. Because if this thing is gonna kill off the Fel Reaver anyway. Can I kill this thing in some other means? Claw Shapeshift, no. Alright, so what I'm going to do then is be a little bit obnoxious. We're going to buff the Fel Reaver, and then hit the Blessing of Kings Ogre Brute that way. I'm going to Shapeshift this. So that way he's going to have to do something to get this final kill. And again, I don't care about the cards being burned. It's not going to go to Fatigue unless I'm very unlucky. Now I've got some really good cards here. Still got an Ironbark in this deck. Still got Starfire for some card advantage. I'm hoping the Micro Machine just kills the Fel Reaver. That would be the best outcome. Otherwise, I could claw the Micro Machine, but then I can't play the Archmage. So I guess I could claw and make a 5/5. That's annoying. That's really, really annoying. That is just very irritating to deal with. He's going to Hammer of Wrath to go up a card. And he's doing it to maximize how many cards get burnt. Again, really this game isn't going to go to Fatigue, I don't think. Oh man, he decides to keep the Fel Reaver out? Interesting. Well then. We have to decide if we want to take this 9 damage and turn him down to 17. I think, I'm going to go for it. And if you have Fel Reaver, this is what you got to do. So now he can probably burn out the rest of my cards and then kill this off with the Divine Shield. And then we'll see if I can kill him with what I've got or not. Although, if I lose this game, it's because I misjudged how good Fel Reaver was. Although, hang on a minute. The thing about Fel Reaver is, I didn't play this because I wanted to. I played it because I was desperate. He had a 8/8 that I couldn't deal with. So, I think I made the right call playing it. It's just he ended up having a whole bunch of cheap cards instead of, like, single big cards on his turns. And, okay. So, I'm going to take my last card here. I got Peace Kept again. Bomb Lobber is good. Do I go for this? I think I have to go for this. I'm actually going to... What am I... I'm losing this game. There's no way I'm winning this game. 0% chance of winning here. Yeah, I can't... There's no way I'm going to burn him down. I'm mostly out of cards, and he's beating me on the board anyway. Yeah, let's just go ahead and concede. Because he just kills this, and then I've got nothing. Alright, so we concede. I think that gives us time to squeeze in one more game. So clearly, Paladins with their humility effects are just the bane of this deck. But this game I think is different from the first game. First game where I played against the Paladin and lost to Fel Reaver. That game, I got very unlucky that he had humility, which is a very bad card. I think otherwise I would have won. In this game, he had the Peacekeeper, but it wasn't what made him win. What made him win is the fact that I was really desperate when I played Fel Reaver. I fell behind and I was going to fall even more perilously behind. I don't have any silences in this deck. I wasn't offered any in the draft. All I had to answer that 8/8 was Recycle, which was several turns away. I think that game was just a case of Blessing of Kings winning it for him. Motherfucker Christ balls! Not another Paladin. Fuck me sideways. Well, if I lose everything to Paladin, that would be fitting, because Paladins right now are on my shit list, and it seems like whatever demons are watching our plane love to have me just lose to whatever class is most on my shit list. So first it was Shamans, then I had an arena run where I lost all to Shamans, and then it was Paladins that I got shit list, that put on my shit list, and now Paladins are crushing me. Ball sack Christ. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Footman. This is a bit of a risk, but it is better against recruits than the Loot Hoarder is. Or sorry, the Leper Gnome is. So I'm just hoping he passes on turn 1. And then we're going to be in the lead. No, 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 no! Oh, God, I can't catch a break. Wow, if I'd played Leper Gnome, I could have shapeshifted and killed this. Now, it just sucks. God damn it, what is wrong with this world? Alright, well, at least if he pops the shield against the Goldshire Footman, the Loot Hoarder kills this and I get back my card. So, I'm not down a card. But I have to make an annoying choice. Let's see here. Alright, so we're going to do this. Always draw cards first. Okay, what I'll do is I'll shapeshift to kill this because I've got a 1-drop. If I didn't have a 1-drop, though, I would have just played the 3/3 and let him keep the creature out. Christ, on a cracker. Alright, he's got 6 cards to my 5. I can do this and deal 2 damage with Wrath. That might get me up a card, although it is turn 3 for him, so he might be able to play something that is 3 health. He has used his coin already, so there's no 4-drops. And yep, there's the 3 health. No, don't play anything else. No. Oh, well, that's fine. Okay. Oh my god, that's actually a pirate. That's the first time I've ever seen Ship's Cannon work. And of course, I did not get lucky. Of course it hit my creature. Oh my god, I'm so angry. Well, so anyway, I thought this deck was bad. And I think the deck actually ended up being better than I thought, but I just got unlucky with these goddamn Paladins. Now he's got a board full of crap. And I cannot clear this stuff fast enough. Jesus. Louises. Alright, so we're going to shapeshift that. And then I'm going to play this to try to kill off a 2/4, which doesn't quite do. Oh, this is bad. I'm down on cards, down on the board. He's up to play. Bomb Lobber's inadequate against most things he could play next, and I've got nothing really. No trumps, just 4 damage for 2 cards combo. That's about it. Which I cannot play at the same time as Bomb Lobber. Fuck me sideways. Ship's Cannon. Are you kidding me? Another one. Wow, this guy loves his Ship's Cannons. Jeez. Alright, I think we gotta go for the Bomb Lobber RNG. There's just, well, see, I could do an alternate move now that I got this. I could do this and Wrath and play the cannon. Do that. Okay, let's do that. This kills... Let's see. If I kill the ship's cannon and play the bomb lobber. If I kill the mechanic, that's pretty bad because the swords get to kill the lobber and live. But I do get to kill 2 of his creatures and I have 2 creatures on the table. If I Kobold Geomancer, Wrath, and Cannon, I can kill 2 of his creatures and then have 3 creatures on the table. And I lose to Consecration, but I do get a card. I take out his biggest creature guaranteed. And I'm behind, so I really have to take risks. So he has Consecration and he wins. But if he doesn't have Consecration, I could still catch up. 5 cards, need 0 of them to be Consecration, and I'm good. Okay, if he does this, that means no Consecration. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, yay! Please don't do anything better, though. If he plays something gigantic here, I'll be sad. Alright, well, I'm sad. So, can I clear the board? I can actually still clear the board. Actually, I have a couple of options. I can use this or the bomb lobber. So I throw the cannon at this guy. 3 damage plus 4 damage from one of these 2 sources kills the ogre. What is better? What is better? This uses up more mana. I think that's what I gotta do. The bomb lobber has the problem, of course, that whereas this thing is targeted, this thing is not. But I think I need to spend more of my mana here because I've got to try to squeak out every ounce of advantage I possibly can. Well, I've battled it down to equal. It's 5 cards to 5. Now, he's got the first play, so I think he still has the advantage here because this is a pretty wimpy board. And I can't play Malygos yet. Had this been the Beast, I could have played the Beast. Though with my luck, I'm sure it would have gotten humiliated. In any case, Humility does not work against Malygos. Nothing Paladins have works against Malygos. If I can just get this guy to stick, I'm going to probably win. But I need to be able to play him on a turn where I'm not already behind on the board. So how far do these 2 cards plus a bomb lobber stretch? That's the question. Does he have a spell? He doesn't. Thank goodness. Okay. So here I think we have a pretty obvious set of plays. Ooh. No, we got to save the Moonfire for Malygos, of course. That's too good not to do. So we have to do this. We shapeshift here. We use this guy's health to kill that. And then we play the bomb lobber. So that clears the board. I'm even a little bit safe against Consecration versus Paladins. 2 health versus 1 health makes no difference. Okay, now we're looking pretty good. I can play Malygos probably next turn. This can be 6 damage to kill anything for 0 mana, or it can be 6 damage to the face to burn him out, as needed. Force Tank Max. Well, you know what? If he was ever going to make a play that would make me doubt my ability to play Malygos, it would be this. Shoot. Balls. Alright. I think we're just going to take the simple way out of here. I'm going to just throw 2 cards at that thing and kill it. Play the biggest thing I got. And try again next turn. So I've still got a pretty decent sized board. He needs to do something like that again for me to not play Malygos. Obviously, Moonfire Malygos doesn't quite work very well. Are you? God, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. But I was going to say, Moonfire Malygos doesn't really work very well against this because it's... I can't shapeshift off the shield. And even if I ping off the shield with a creature, this doesn't quite deal enough damage to kill it. But he actually does have a fucking another one of those. God damn it. What is going on today? Well, I can't kill this unless I throw away the Moonfire, so now we need to just play this thing and hope for the best. So we kill it, get some health. Hit him in his fat face, pass the turn. Should I have thrown this away to pop off the shield? Maybe. Still, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to kill Malygos. Even popping the shield against that, it's still going to need 5 more damage to be killed. But now I'm in a more precarious state. I needed Recycle, is what I needed. Didn't get it. I have 4, 6, 8, plus 6 is 14 damage next turn. It's not quite enough to kill him. Consecration. Well, I'm glad he didn't have it earlier, because if he had it earlier, I would have been in really bad shape. But it still sucks that he has it now, because he took off 4 power from my table. I don't have any mass removal. I can't burn him out. I've only got 8 plus 6 is 14 damage. This sucks. Well, the Wild Growth plus Violet Teacher is decent synergy, so let's start there. We get 2 students out of the deal after he played a Consecration.
I'm ready to learn.
So that's good. Starfire, unfortunately, cannot be played. So, can I save my Malagos? I can't. Shapeshift plus Moonfire will kill the Force Tank Max, but the Violet Teacher will kill the Malagos. This guy's 1 damage off from killing the Violet Teacher. I'd have to Shapeshift into that, and obviously I can't do that. Boy. Okay, so I think when there's no good option, hang on, 4, 8, 9, 15 damage, I don't think it's worth going for. Well, it takes him down to 6, and I'm threatening lethal. You know what? We're doing it. We're doing it like there ain't nothing to in it. He now needs to have life gain or taunt. Removal doesn't work because Starfire plus Shapeshift is going to kill him. And I also have all these students, which is a non-negligible threat considering he's at 6 health. So Starfire plus Shapeshift kills him. He can't kill me, I don't think. What is this? 7, 10, 11, 12. No, he can't kill me. I'm threatening lethal as far as he knows from what I have on the board. He hasn't attacked with that yet. Okay, so as far as he knows, I've got 3 damage here. Oh my god. Every goddamn time. Alright, well I need some help from my deck now because I've only got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. Alright, this is actually pretty good. Does he have enough to kill me? 7, 13, 14? No. So we're going to go for it. He needs to, again, have life gain to win. But, or at least to not die. But now that this has happened, Starfire represents the lethal threat. So he has to have life gain again. Now he had 2 Force Tank Maxes back to back to stay in the game. Is he really going to have 2 Guardians of Kings? Justice Dudes? Justice Leagues? Anti-Killbot. You have lay on hands. You have motherfucking got to be motherfucking kidding me. Paladins. 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 Now he can clear my board. I should have actually hit that Violet Teacher with Shapeshift. Then it would have been harder for him to clear everything out. Motherfucker. He's going for my face? Ooh, wow. That's ballsy. Alright, so I've got 3 plus 5 is 8. 9 damage again. Gotta go for it. Just have to go for it. I don't know what I could possibly even draw that would make a difference, but gotta go for it. And yes, I know he has lethal damage here. But I just have to hope he misses it. That's my only chance of winning. I am so angry. So angry at everything that happened in this game. So very angry. So the back-to-back Force Tank Maxes to stop me from playing Malagos. And then the back-to-back heals to not die. Wow. Still, I could have made some different plays. Maybe I could have won. If I had shapeshifted into that first Force Tank Max, then it would have taken damage against Malagos. If I had shapeshifted the Violet Teacher, he might have had a harder time clearing my board. I don't know. I could have done some different things. But I'm still very angry. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this run. Please like and or subscribe. Turns out my prediction was correct, but for all the wrong reasons. Pretty much could have won 2 of those 3 games if things had been less insanely stupid. We got 100 dust there, which is, I guess, is better than a regular pack. And I'm still a little bit above 12,500, so that's good. But other than that, I'm very angry. And that's my girlfriend laughing in the background. Alright, next video is going to be Hunter. That's what it's going to have to be. See you guys soon again. Thanks for watching.